You've never seen a blue tiger, a blue squirrel, or even a truly blue dog. But you have seen blue stuff so unreal it looks almost fake. Now imagine I hand you a blue morpho wing. You tilt it 1 degree. The color changes. Tilt it back. It's still blue, but a different blue. Up close, it looks like a tiny mirrored forest. And here's the kicker. None of that blue comes from pigment. That's not a metaphor. Nature basically cheated physics to make the purest blues possible. Today, we're going to decode how evolution, chemistry, and optics teamed up to make blue the rarest and most dramatic color in the animal kingdom. Quick promise. By the end, you'll know why almost no animal ever evolved a true blue pigment, why the blues you do see are built out of microscopic architecture, and why the results are often jaw-dropping. And I'll show you experiments you can try at home, like why alcohol can make a butterfly lose its blue, and the one weird exception that might have actually made a real blue pigment. Section 1. Why animals are colored at all. First, color exists because it's useful. In nature, color is a signal. I'm toxic. I'm a mate. Back off. This is my territory. Butterflies are masters at this because they're active in daylight and use light to communicate. Most colors, reds, oranges, yellows, browns, come from pigments, organic molecules that absorb some wavelengths and reflect others. Those pigments are biochemical products made from compounds in diet. Remember flamingos? Born gray, turn pink because of carotenoids in their food. So, for most animals, you are literally what you eat. Section 2. Blue is different. Blue is the oddball. In almost every case, animals don't have a blue pigment in their skin, fur, or feathers. Instead, they build microscopic structures that manipulate light itself. That's structural color. Take blue morpho butterflies. Up close, their wing scales are not flat. They're covered in tiny ridges shaped like miniature Christmas trees. Light hits those structures. Some bounces off the top, some off deeper layers. For most wavelengths, the reflected waves cancel out. For blue wavelengths, the waves line up and reinforce each other. The wing is a little optical hall of mirrors that only lets blue out. There's even pigment at the base that soaks up stray reds and greens, making the blue look impossibly pure. Section 3. Physics you can see and test. Here's an experiment. Pour alcohol onto a morpho wing. The blue washes out. Why? Because you changed the index of refraction. You filled the air gaps with something else, so the light bends differently and the interference collapses. When the alcohol evaporates, the blue returns. Compare that to a blue jay feather. Remove the light or look through it, and the blue disappears. The feather isn't a neat crystal. It's a foamy matrix of tiny beads spaced to scatter light so that only blue survives. Because it's more random, the color is less angle-dependent than morpho-iridescence, but still structural. Section 4. Other examples and variations. Peacocks use ordered, crystal-like structures inside feathers. That's why the tail flashes intense color at certain angles. Turquoise skin on some monkeys? Also structural, formed by layers in the dermis. Your blue eyes? Structures scattering light, not blue pigment. Outside the ocean, almost all truly blue animals use structures. In the sea, there are some genuine blue pigments. Think certain algae or fish. But on land, the chemistry to make blue pigments is extraordinarily rare. Section 5. Why evolution favors structure over pigment. Why didn't evolution invent blue pigments more often? The short answer, It's hard chemistry. Making a stable molecule that absorbs everything but blue from scratch is complicated and risky. But it's much easier for evolution to tweak physical shape. Slight changes in microscopic structure, a little deeper groove, a different spacing, instantly change how light interferes. It's engineering, not new chemistry. So, instead of inventing new pigments, animals solved the problem by building tiny optical devices. There's one curious exception. A small group of butterflies called the olive wings appears to have evolved a true blue pigment. It's rare, poorly understood, and possibly unique. If confirmed, it would be a huge deal. A natural example of evolution inventing new chemistry instead of borrowing physics. But for now, it's the exception that proves the rule. So, no blue tigers, almost no blue pigments. What we call blue in most animals is actually tiny, clever engineering. Microscopic shapes bending light with surgical precision. Nature didn't do this halfway. It built stunning optical machines. If you like this, hit subscribe for more deep dives into surprising natural engineering. And if you want, try the alcohol on wing demo and tell me what you saw. Leave a comment with your results.